Hello, what is up, guys? This is Crow the Moon, also known as Rayquaza, and today I'm bringing you guys my first ever YouTube video. In this channel, I'm going to be sharing with you guys strategies that I use to make real profits and returns on my investments, and I'm going to be sharing you guys what those strategies are. With that being said, I'm not a professional or a financial advisor, so don't think you're guaranteed to make money. At the end of the day, all the purchases and investments that you make are done at your own risk. Please always do your due diligence before making any purchases or investments. And then also, I'm not affiliated with any of the companies that I speak about, but if that does change, I'll be the first to let you guys know. Today, I'm going to be talking about Veve or Veve. What if you guys don't know what the app is? Basically, it's a mobile app that you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store, and you can basically purchase and collect digital comics and collectibles by some of the biggest names in entertainment. This includes Marvel, DC Comics, Disney, Star Wars, Star Trek, and just a whole lot more. This is actually what the app page looks like on the App Store. I already have the app downloaded, so I'm going to go ahead and open it for you guys. Once you open the app, it's going to ask you to either log in or sign up. If you guys don't already have an account, be sure to sign up. It's completely free. All you need is basically an email address and you should be good to go. Well, once you sign up and create an account, this is actually what the front page looks like. And the first thing you guys are going to want to do is you want to top up your account with gems. So if you guys don't know what gems are basically the currency of the app. It's what you use to purchase anything. If you want to buy the drops or if you want to buy in the marketplace, you're going to need to have gems. So in order to get the gems, you're going to need to go on your profile. And then on your profile, you're going to need to hit wallet, get gems, I have read and understand, and gem top up. So here you can top up to 600 gems per transaction. Mind you, one gem is equivalent to 1 USD, and the price that's shown here is not included of tax. Once you go hit buy now, you'll be taken back to the App Store or Play Store where you pay with your credit card or your Apple Pay, and then after you purchase it, it'll come up in your account. So if you want to top up more gems than 5, you just simply hit the add button and you can top up all the way up to 600 per transaction. So if you wanted 1200 gems, you would just have to top up 600 twice. Mind you, you can also send and receive gems from other people. For me right now on my iPad it doesn't show, but normally there's a section here that says send or receive. And yeah, you could just basically send each other. You could just scan their QR code, and you could send each other gems if you wanted to too. With that being said, now we're going to talk about how to get the drops. So there are two types of drops. There's either a comic book drop or a collectible drop. So luckily enough, tomorrow there's actually a comic drop, so we can see how to get the comic drop. Basically, you hit the page of the comic, and you can see that there's a timer counting down when the drop is actually going to come out. For me, it's always 11 p.m. That's when it usually comes out for me. Once it actually reaches 11 tomorrow morning, I can go and click buy now. There'll be a buy now button over here. I click it. Right now it says it's unavailable, but if I do get lucky enough to get it, I'll be able to have a chance to purchase it, and it will take the money from my gem account. Once you purchase the comic, you're gonna have to wait like a few hours for you to actually receive that comic, and once you receive it, you're gonna get a random rarity. So the way that it works is there's 5 different rarities ranging from common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. Obviously, the higher the rarity you get, the more valuable it is because there's less editions printed of each one. But most likely you're bound to get the common. 1 in 1.41 chances, so yeah, pretty good chances to even get common. But each time you get one, it's almost always bound to go up. This drop is kind of unique for the fact that Vision hasn't come out yet, so it's one of the first times we're going to see Vision right now, so it should go for a fair amount of money. But on this drop, once I purchase it for $7, I get a chance of getting any of the 5 rarities. And then after purchasing it, I'll know exactly which rarity that I got. And that's pretty much it for the comic drops. For collectible drops, however, there are 2 types of drops for collectibles. If we check the Voltron drop, The first type of collectible drop is a blind box drop. So a blind box drop is similar to the comic, where after you purchase it, you're gonna get a random rarity assigned to you. So in this actual drop, there's a common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. There's only 4 this time, but nevertheless, you still have a chance of getting any of those 4. I actually did this drop, and I got the drop, and I was actually lucky enough to actually get the ultra rare. I purchased the drop for $60, and then I sold the ultra rare almost immediately right after for $360. So, good 300 USD return right there just off this drop. The other type of collectible drop is there's not an example of it right now, but basically it's the opposite of a blind box. It's basically a single purchase in where you can choose the rarity that you want. So you could choose, let's say, the ultra rare, and then you could buy the specific ultra rare. But normally when those happen, the ultra rares are worth like a lot more than, let's say, the rare or common. Like they'll be marked up a little bit more. But those are the 2 types of ways you can get a drop. Um, and then if you don't are unable to get a drop because, let's say, it was sold out too quickly, or you didn't have enough gems or whatever, you can always buy whatever you want in the marketplace right after. The way that you use the marketplace is quite simple. You can always check here for new collectibles that come out. If you scroll down, you can go with comics, or you could browse by brands. If you actually want to check for comics, the best way is to hit the comics button, and then it will tell you all the comics that actually came out. And then these are the rarities down below in the colors. So for example, if we hit the Amazing Spider-Man, all the covers will come up, and then we can check which one that we want. So for example, let's say we're interested in buying the common. Here comes now is the buy now prices. So for me, I sorted by price low to high, but you can sort by high to low, edition number, edition low to high, or listing date. But I always like to sort by low to high. All the prices come up like this down below, and then the edition numbers on the side. There's also the auction section in where people auction up their items. Sometimes if you're lucky and you guys actually pay attention all the time to the auction, you can get a really nice deal here. But for the most part, you guys are going to be using the buy now function. And yeah, that's basically how you use the marketplace. If you really want, you can search for a specific type of collectible. So for example, if I was looking at Spider-Man, I could search for Spider-Man, and all the Spider-Man related drops should come down below. Let's say Spider-Man Ultimate Animated. I hit it, the secret rare. I could search for this. It's going for a 19.9K minimum. Pretty insane. But yeah, that's pretty much how you use the marketplace. If you scroll down, you can also browse by the brands if you want to look for a specific brand like Marvel, Back to the Future, Captain America, or so on. You can also check this out, the brand section. But that's basically it for that. Next thing I want to talk about is what determines the market value of an item. So for example, the drop tomorrow is Avengers. So we know that it's coming out for $7. But how do we know that it's actually going to go for more in the market? A good way to check for this is to compare it with other comics that have come out. So if I check the other comics that have come out, for example, Astonishing X-Men. So I could say that this is kind of similar because they're both #1 editions. This is the first appearance of Vision. It's not the first appearance of X-Men, but it's kind of similar. So if I check right now, the Astonishing X-Men is going for $14. So I'd say it's probably gonna go for about like $20 maybe. This Vision one. But the real determinants of this are I'd say #1 is the brand popular. This isn't in no specific order, by the way, but I think these are the actual 5 determinants. One is brand and popularity. So as you can see, this one is by Marvel and Avengers. So pretty popular brand, pretty well known. So it gets a plus there. The second is the quantity and rarity for the comics. As you know, quantity and rarity go hand in hand. The less quantity that there are, normally the more rare there are. As you can see, there's 20.9K of the common versus 500 the secret rare, right? So the secret rares are obviously going to be worth a lot more just because there's so little quantity available. Another thing is basically the design of the comic or the cover or even the collectible. Just the design of it itself. If the design is really appealing and nice, it might drive up the price. Another thing is edition number. If you go down on the marketplace and let's say like you hit this one, there's a bunch of edition numbers here. Um, as far as edition numbers go, I feel like if you're not in the top 10% of editions, you can't really drive up the price that much. You're pretty much gonna get the floor price almost all the time. Uh, the reason why edition numbers, I think if you have a top 10%, meaning like let's say there was 1,000 editions of that certain collectible and you were the top 100, you could probably ask for significantly higher than the floor price just because you have one of the top editions being printed. Some collectors do look out for that stuff, especially when new comics drop. Some people like they don't even check which edition they have. They just look at the return value and they quickly go sell it. So that's always something just like it's like a little extra to go look out for. But the last thing I want to talk about is real life value. Not many of these collectibles and comics do have real life value. But an interesting one that does are the Disney drops. For example, this Wall E. These Disney drops, basically what Disney said was if you do get one of these Disney collectibles, you'd be granted Disney Plus for about I think 3 months to 12 months. It ranges or something like that. But yeah, that's the last determinant I think real life value that's added by these NFT collectibles. Um, with that being said, now I'm gonna be talking about my collection and the returns that I've seen. Um, I have about 22 collectibles, so I'm just gonna go through it like as fast as I could, basically. Um, this is the most recent comic that I got. I got the Amazing Spider-Man. This one I actually bought on the aftermarket value. I bought it for 44 bucks. It's going for 58. Pretty solid. I wasn't able to get this on drop, so I bought it in the aftermarket. It cost me a little bit more, but I am up even though I bought it in the aftermarket. So that's one thing to look out for. Like even if you don't get it on the drop, you can always make money on the aftermarket. You just have to be actively looking for it. Here, if we check these ones, the Amazing Spider-Man, these were earlier drops that I got. If you check the details on this though, uh, I bought it for 10.55, going for 44.90. Great returns there, almost 4 times the money. This one here, I actually have two editions of this one. This one I bought it at retail for $7, going for $45. Great, crazy return there. And mind you, these are just the commons. These are the common versions that I got, and they're coming in with these returns. So that's pretty impressive already. Um, like this, I have a bunch of more collectibles. I bought this ultra rare one. I think I'm a little bit up on this. Yeah, I bought it for 199. It's going for 233. So yeah, this is one I got on the marketplace too. I didn't get it on the drop. I just bought it and it's already up a good amount. But like this, like there's a bunch of them. The one that I want to specifically show you is my Daredevil because these ones actually went up quite a bit. So my Daredevil, I bought it at retail for $7 and it's going for 64 bucks right now. So yeah, crazy returns, almost 10 times the money there. Pretty insane actually. But those are just the comics that I was showing you. As for collectibles, I actually sold a lot of my collectibles just to pick up the Disney ones. So these are actually all Disney drops that I do have. So let's start off with the skateboard. The skateboard is if you guys don't know Bart's skateboard. This is the NFT for it. I bought this for $3.95, going for $7.50. Great return again. But this is actually some big numbers that we're actually starting to see. This Homer and Bart one, like this is an amazing piece. When I say that the design of it actually adds value, I feel like this is a piece where that actually comes into play. Like this looks really good. It looks really appealing versus just a skateboard. This one I bought for 405. It's going for 725. Great return there. And mind you, I did pay quite a bit of a premium on the marketplace. But as you can see, even though I paid that little bit of a premium at the time, it may seem like a premium. but right now I'm able to be in profit right now just because of that purchase. Elsa here, this is an amazing piece right here. This one, it's one of the biggest gains that I have. I bought it for 337. It's going for almost 1100. Crazy return here. The Avengers logo, I think this is the one that went up the least. But I also got on it the latest, so I bought it for 689. It's going for 815 right now. Pretty good, pretty solid. None of these I plan to sell anytime soon. I think they're all good, bound to appreciate in value. But this is my best piece out of all my collectible pieces so far. This Mickey hat I picked up for 1,050. It's going for 2,350. So great return. I've seen this go as high as 4,200 actually on a certain day. Like maybe like I think a couple days after it came out, it was going for 4,200 gems. It absolutely crazy. But yeah, this is not something I'd sell anytime soon. I think these ones are all bound to go up. But yeah, as you guys can see, these are actually like my real returns. You know what I mean? I really bought it for this price, and it's really going for this price. This is almost like over a thousand USD up just off these NFT collectibles. So it's pretty insane. Like there is a lot of room to make profit, and anytime you wanna just jump in, you just have to all you have to do is just come up. You know, like it's not even like it costs a lot of gems. It's $7. You know, $7, and you have a chance of getting a secret rare worth a couple of thousands of dollars. So all it really takes is just a little bit of money and a little bit of your time too. And if you guys can just put those two together, you guys are bound to make returns on this. Lastly, with that, I'm gonna come to an end to this video. I hope you guys go check out this. And you guys, hopefully, you guys are able to get the Avengers drop. I'm gonna be trying for it tomorrow. I'm gonna be sure to make a timer and come on at 11 o'clock sharp just to go and get this. But with that being said, I'm gonna come to an end of this YouTube video, and what I'm gonna be doing basically, I'm gonna be trying to drop a YouTube video before every Veve drop, or I'll try to drop as much as I can for Veve. I'm trying to have a Veve series going on where I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the drops that are coming up and how much I think they're gonna go for in value and stuff like that. So the Veve series is something that you guys should stay tuned for. I'm also going to be starting other series. There's a lot of other investments that I do aside from Veve, such as like NBA Top Shot, MLB Candy. If you guys don't know, on my profile, you guys see this picture here. It's this lion thing. This lion thing is like another investment I made of mine. I spent like 120,000 US dollars to buy this NFT collectible, but on that drop, I made over six figures. I'll talk about that in another YouTube video. But I also want to let you guys know that this is something I'm trying out right now. If you guys have any suggestions, like anything you guys want me to talk about, just make sure you leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to check it out. I'll be sure to reply to all of you guys. Whatever you liked or whatever you don't like, just let me know down below. If you have suggestions on topics that talk about, let me know, or even projects. I'll be sure to check them all out. Yeah. I'm basically here to try to work with you guys. You guys work with me. And hopefully we're all able to make returns and profits out of this. If you guys like the content you've seen here today, be sure to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Lots of cool stuff coming soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out. Crow the Moon's out. Take care.